Hey Chiefs Kingdom, before we get into today's video, most important question I'll ever ask you on this show. What do I do with my beard? I'm getting married in less than 3 weeks. Should I shave this thing? If you think so, type S. Should I keep it? Type K. Should I just go YOLO during the wedding? The coronavirus is happening. It's kind of a weird year. Let me know. S for shave, K for keep. That being said, lots of Chiefs rumors to get into, so let's go ahead and jump on in. We got to talk about Jamal Adams because we have not done a video since he officially requested a trade from the New York Jets. He listed the Chiefs as one of the 8 teams he would prefer to be traded to. On his side of things, this time it seems like, the bridge that cannot be, crossed back from. He does not want to stay with the New York Jets. He has officially demanded a trade this time. Now, the Jets still don't want to trade him away, but he did mention the Chiefs, so we had to talk about it. By the way, it wasn't just the Chiefs. He mentioned pretty much every contender. The Baltimore Ravens, maybe Dallas and Houston are a little lower on Super Bowl contenders, but obviously Kansas City is one. Philadelphia, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Bucks. To me, it looks like he looked at the best odds to win the Super Bowl, and hey, trade me there. He's clearly not happy with the New York Jets. Wants a long-term deal. They don't seem interested in giving him that, at least at this point. It's fun to think about, right? Because you put him in the secondary with Tyrann Mathieu, Juan Thornhill. All 3 of those guys are flexible. It would offer flexibility. Thornhill could play some corner for you. Adams could play some nickel. So can Tyrann Mathieu. You could mix and match a lot of these guys in the Chiefs secondary. The problem is, and we'll, dive deeper into it a little bit, the financial aspect of this is just too tough to figure out. Sure, they could take on his $7 million this year. They could move enough money aside to make that work for this season. But if you're trading for Jamal Adams, that means you're signing him long term, and I just don't see how the Chiefs make that work unless they make some bizarre decisions. Before we get into more of the money side of things, should the Chiefs trade for Jamal Adams? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get hit with the ad break, go ahead and cast your votes right there. We got stronger together Chiefs gear today. It's the deal of the day. Go to chatsports.com/KCStrong. That's chatsports.com/KCStrong. This white one, you got that charcoal gray one. We got hoodies as well. All the money benefits the COVID-19 relief fund, so it goes to a good cost. You can get the hoodies. You can get the shirts. They're very, very cheap right now. I'll put that link in the comments and in the description. And more on this Jamal Adams trade idea. The problem is I just don't think it'll work, and here's why. You can't have Chris Jones and Jamal Adams. That's the bottom line. You cannot afford both of these guys if you're the Kansas City Chiefs long term. Now, again, you could trade for Adams right now and make it work with Jones for this season, but that means you're letting Jones walk after this season. That's essentially how that works. So sure, for 1 year it could work. Not long term, though. And I like what Chris Jones brings to the table. You guys know how I feel about him. His uniqueness. He is a very, very, big-time player as he can rush the passer from the interior of the defensive line for Kansas City, and that is very, very valuable. Jamal Adams is great. He's a versatile safety. End of the day, though, he's a safety. They're not that valuable, even ones as great as Adams, and you already have that guy in Tyrann Mathieu. You don't need another one. You need to get after the quarterback, and that is what Chris Jones can do at a unique position where a lot of defensive tackles cannot get after the quarterback the way Chris Jones can. So I just think that in the end, when you look at these 2 guys and you have to pick one, I'm picking Chris Jones. I know how he fits in this system. I know what he brings. I think his uniqueness to get after the quarterback as a defensive tackle is more valuable than it is for Jamal Adams to add more versatility to your secondary. I'm typing my J for Jones, but if you think it's Jamal Adams, go ahead and type A for Adams. The Damien Williams trade rumors aren't going away. Bleacher Report, the latest outlet to suggest this one. Several have done that throughout this offseason. We've talked about it here on the Chiefs Report a few times, and it shouldn't be that shocking. Now, I don't think it's going to happen, but if the Chiefs got a decent enough offer, a middle-round pick, maybe like a 4th, I think they would consider it because they drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round because Damien Williams is entering free agency after the 2020 NFL season, and chances are Kansas City's probably not going to bring him back. I like D. Will. He's been awesome, especially in the playoffs, but you look at the depth chart, they can make it work with the pieces they have. Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Washington, Darwin Thompson, Darrell Williams, all those guys are more than serviceable, and I know Kansas City is very, very high on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Otherwise, they would not have drafted a running back in the first round if they didn't feel very highly about him. He's going to fit into this offense like a glove. Sure, maybe you don't want him to be the primary feature back as a rookie, but he doesn't have to be. You've got Washington and those other guys in the backfield. So I think this is a possibility. Now, I'm not just going to say they're going to just go out of their way to trade Damien Williams and just say, hey, give us a conditional 6th or 7th, just take him off our hands, because he's very cheap. He's going to make like $2.3 million this year, and for that money, he's very, very productive and fits very good in the system. Just don't be surprised if they do entertain a trade for Williams if the offer is right, because again, in the Chiefs system, they're not going to have a guy that rushes, 250 times a season. They're a pass-heavy offense. We know that. Patrick Mahomes is the key. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire has more upside as a receiving back, especially long-term, than Damien Williams, who will be 28 this upcoming season. So go ahead and let me know which running back will have a bigger impact in 2020. Do you think it'll be Clyde Edwards-Helaire? If you do, type C. If you think it'll be Damien Williams, type D in the comment section down below. If Williams is on the team, I think it'll be Williams. But after 2020, Clyde Edwards-Helaire will be the top back in Kansas City. If you guys are ready for the 2020 NFL season, go ahead and subscribe right now. Look, life without sports isn't great. Golf and European soccer, it's not doing it for me. I need football back, so please subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We'll keep you guys covered throughout the rest of the offseason, throughout the season, which we hope is going to start on time. No one's going to cover the Chiefs like we will at the Chiefs Report, so hit the big red sub button and turn on notifications. Kareem Hunt has spoken out about the Chiefs' success and says, look, I've moved on. I'm happy for those guys. I'm ready to get things going here in Cleveland. He talked about how he thinks he can replicate that success with the Browns. Obviously, he took the NFL by storm in 2017 when the Chiefs drafted him in the 3rd round, led the NFL in rushing, but Kansas City had to cut him after that domestic violence video was released. Now, he actually got pulled over in January and was caught on tape saying, I should be playing in a Super Bowl next week. But it seems he has moved on from that. He's happy for Kansas City, and he's looking forward to the remainder of his career in Cleveland and moving forward. Saying, look, I love those guys. I got brothers on that team. I came in with a lot of those players. Love the coaches there. All good people, and they deserved it, and I am happy for them. I talked to a lot of them, and I am very happy for them. They are champs. They deserve it. And look, if you're Kareem Hunt, you just got to hit the reset button, right? Now, what you Chiefs fans, I've heard a lot from you guys in recent months. We talked about this a few months ago. Would you ever take Kareem Hunt back? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I think that ship has mostly sailed after drafting Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and once you cut a guy for a domestic incident, I don't think you're bringing him back. But if you would, type 1 for yes. If not, type 2 for no. I just don't think it's worth the risk for Kansas City. He'd be fun, though. We saw the potential with him in 2018 with Patrick Mahomes and Mahomes' first season as a starter. He was awesome. And in 27 games with the Chiefs, he was putting up insane numbers. Almost 3,000 all-purpose yards, 25 touchdowns in 27 games. He fit this offense exactly how we hope Clyde Edwards-Helaire will hit it. He's very good in the pass game. He's good in the run game. He averaged like 4.7 yards per carry with Kansas City in his 1.5 seasons with the Chiefs. I just don't think that he is going to be with Kansas City or ever going to be able to come back to Kansas City because that ship has sailed, in my opinion. I wish him the best in Cleveland, but overall, I do not think he will be back in Kansas City. What I do think is that this is a great, great deal. This Stronger Together movement we've been pushing at Chat Sports. You got the T-shirts. We got the hoodies at chatsports.com/KCStrong. If you use promo code POOL today, on Monday, June 22nd, you get these the best price available. They're on sale with that promo code POOL. You get the hoodie on sale as well. Chatsports.com/KCStrong. The money goes to a good cause, the COVID-19 Relief Fund. It's good all around, and these are quality shirts and hoodies, so go ahead, take advantage. The link will be in the comments and in the description.